What's up, everybody? I'm out here once again chilling on this bright but chilly Saturday afternoon. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, the day before Valentine's Day. You know, some people, they perceive Valentine's Day to be the most wonderful, lovely holiday of the year, and most other people hate it. I don't know, it's just a day to get candy to me. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something I been seeing going around on Facebook. I don't really watch the Steve Harvey show. I'm not a big Steve Harvey fan. Sorry, y'all. Don't be mad at me, but I don't know. It's just something about him that I'm just not feeling. But anyway, the show was about these twins. Let me see. I wrote their names down. Kay and Ty, and they're supposedly superficial. And so, they prefer attractive men with money and, successful careers. So I guess if you want an attractive man with money and a successful career, that means you're superficial. Anyway, so what he did was he set them up on a date. Set up is more like the true theme of the show. But anyway, he set them up on a date with two guys that were supposed to be exactly what they wanted, like what they requested or whatever. But what his makeup team did was they, dressed the guys up and made them up to look less attractive than what they really were. Like, I think they put a mole on the side of one dude's head, and the other guy, he had like the little George Jefferson dude going, and then, they added a little push to their belly or whatever. And so I guess the guys were coached to come in and I guess kind of act frumpy or whatever, and say things like they didn't work out when they really did, to kind of, I guess, throw the twins off a little bit. So needless to say, the twins played right into Steve Harvey and his producer's hands. They, were pretty much rude and disrespectful on the date, kind of unthoughtful, asking them things like, how much money do you make, how many bedrooms you have in your house, which really didn't make any sense to me, because shit, a man could have 8 bedrooms in his house and be 4 nose behind. But anyway, I digress. And they started kind of, I guess, not really caring about making a good impression, because they weren't, attractive in the first place. So I guess if you're not attracted to someone, why try? You might as well just show your ass. I don't know, y'all. I kind of call bullshit on this one, for a few different reasons. First of all, let me say first and foremost, and I know a lot of people might disagree with me on this and be mad. I don't care, but I'm just going to tell the truth from my perspective. Steve Harvey is not an expert on relationships. He is not an expert on helping women get the man they want or get the life they want. Yeah, he wrote a book. Yeah, he wrote a few movies. But it's like my grandmama always say, paper don't care what you put on it. People have written books and written lies. And, yeah, a lot of stuff he say makes sense. Think like a woman, act like, what is it? No, what is it? Act like a woman, think like a man, all that bullshit. I'm a woman, so the only thing that I can do, and the only thing that God really put me on this earth to do, is think like a woman and act like a woman. That title has always bothered me, but I did enjoy the movies, though. They were pretty funny. Anyway, I don't know, to me the show it seemed like it was put together to kind of cast a negative light on black women. I mean, because a lot of times people say, well, yeah, just because, those two sisters act like that, that don't mean that people are going to automatically think that, that's the same way for all black women. And that's true, it's not. But then you have a lot of people out there, TV watching audience who, they do judge people based on what they see on the screen. Especially people who are ignorant and, don't have the ability to use critical thinking. Because you see these two sisters, they, got the blonde Farrah Fawcett wig on, and then they're acting all ugly. I just don't know. And my thing is, you wanna trash them for wanting what they want in a man, but then your wife is beautiful, and I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I'm sure there was a lot of things about Marjorie's personality that attracted Steve, but I think that looks had a whole lot to do with it. I don't think that Steve would have married a ugly, frumpy looking woman from the ghetto who had no job, no wealth, or no education. I'm just saying. You have your standards, so why knock anybody else for having their standards? The only thing that I think the twins did wrong was the rudeness, and just the disrespect. Even if you're not attracted to somebody, there's a certain way that you should still treat people. You should still, treat people with respect. You should still, if you're on a date with somebody you're not attracted to, you shouldn't mistreat that person. You shouldn't disrespect that person or just act, ugly towards, that person. But, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Men, women, and any other thing out there, nobody owes you anything. You don't go around with this unwritten right for people to give you a chance. If a person is not attracted to you, they have the right to not be attracted to you. They have the right to not be interested in you. If a woman or a man, if they, have standards, if they want someone who's attractive, who's 6'1", who has a good job and makes enough money to take care of, to make sure that things are taken care of, that's their right. They have every right to want what they want. Just point blank, period. Now, I will say that even if you know what you want, that it's important to understand why you want that thing. It's important to know enough about yourself, because sometimes you can want different things. You can want the right things for you, but you can also want it for the wrong reason. Like, you can have a woman who is only attracted to big football players. But if she's dating these men and she's being unsuccessful, having things like, maybe she date them and she always get cheated on, or she always get abused in some shape, form, or fashion, then she needs to kind of get an understanding of why why is that something she desires. Maybe it's something that happened to her where she was, assaulted or something, or somebody did something to her in her childhood and she wasn't protected. So she grew up as a woman, and, she desired a big, tall man so she could feel like she's protected. She could feel safe. And really and truly, feeling safe, that's something that should come from within, not from like an outside source. So the best thing that person could do is probably go seek counseling or, some type of, emotional healing, so that she can, give herself what she needs and learn more about herself and more about what it is that she truly want and need in a mate. Y'all, I am an advocate for mental health. I believe in seeking mental health. I believe that if you got some shit going on in your life or going on in your personality and it's not serving you, I believe in going to get help. I believe in going to talk to counselors. I don't think that it make you crazy. I just think that, if you're damaged in any facet of your life and any facet of your personality or, your emotional thought, that you should, seek help. But anyway, I don't mean to run off on a tangent. Back to the show. The guys, I think their names were Kristen and John, and they seem like nice guys. I don't know what the twins were looking at. I don't know if they just totally, I don't know if they just totally shut down at first sight, but shit, I can look at them and tell they're attractive. Even with the George Jefferson cut and the mold, I could still, I would have been able to see right through it. Even under that, suit jacket, I would have been able to see it. You could work, I could work with this. But, I don't know. To me, really, you didn't learn a whole lot about the guys. The only thing you really heard about them was the fact that one of them was a lead consultant for a marketing firm, and the other one was like a top real estate broker in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay, to me, like, what are some more important things that you should know about a man? I mean, I would like to hear stuff about, well, you know, I'm a top real estate broker, and I also volunteer and donate money to the Boys and Girls Club. You know, I'm a consultant for a marketing firm, but I'm also a faithful member of my church. I desire, I seek a daily relationship with God. You know, I meditate. You know, what about those type of things? It seemed like the same things that the girls was focused on was the same thing that was the focus on the show, but it was turned around to kind of shame them. So, you know, and I guess that's the reason why I call bullshit on the whole thing. And it kind of, I don't know, I didn't like it. You know, yeah, their personality and everything was nasty, but at the same time, it was kind of like telling women you don't have the right to want what you want. You know, you're wrong if you reject this man because he's not your type. And that's not right. We're not obligated to be attracted to you. You're not obligated to be attracted to us. And the same shit they were doing, men do it all the time. I mean, men are very visual people. I went out with my husband, go to dinner with some of his friends, and we sitting up at the bar chilling out. And the guys, there, they judge every woman that walked through the door. Ooh, look at her chest. Ooh, she got a nice butt. Yeah, she okay, but she, just judge. They judge women's physicality. Like, every woman walked through the door is getting her physicality judged, and she don't even realize it. Even, growing up as a young woman in my late teens and in my early 20s, a lot of times I would be in the mall and couldn't walk a few steps without someone going, or whistling, or, hey, baby, come here, And I'm like, it's very uncomfortable because I'm not a piece of meat. I'm not a piece of meat to be judged. The only guys who got a chance with me are the ones who came to me and introduced themselves and made some type of effort to get to know me, on a person-to-person level. And I feel like that's where the twins missed the mark, because that's very important. You have to know a person on a person-to-person level, because, even if they're everything you want physically and they're everything you want, on a socio-economic level, shit, he could still be the worst thing walking around in a pair of pants. And that's why I wish the show would have kind of elaborated more on other parts of the guy's personality. Like, what is your spiritual life like? What do you help people? Do you donate to different things? What is your passion? It's like the show only kept it on the superficial level, just like the twins did. So, I mean, shit. How can you judge them when that's the level that your show was on? But, y'all can agree or disagree. I appreciate any type of feedback. The only thing I can do is come to you with my views and opinions, because I can't be nobody but myself. But anyway, either way, I appreciate you watching and taking out the time to, view my video and listen to my point of view. And also, my books are still on Amazon. Mama's Pills has been getting a lot of reviews and, a lot of traction on there. I appreciate the feedback. And I also have Murder She Post, and I have another one. I have a sci-fi coming out, and I have another paranormal books. My first two were short stories, but the rest, they're getting longer. I think this next one is going to be a full novel, and then the next one is going to be a short story that I turn into a film within the next couple months. So y'all just oh, y'all, it's cold out here. Y'all just keep on the lookout. And thanks for everybody supporting me and liking my pictures and, liking my page on Facebook and following me on Twitter and everywhere else that I am. And y'all just stay on the lookout. Appreciate you. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.